Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I'm Sarge, and welcome to the currently unnamed D&D podcast. For this campaign, I am joined by Kane, Tolf, and Greg as we attempt to go on an adventure that Tolf has prepared for us. Without further ado, enjoy! Our DM for this game will be Tolf.
Hello. If I could wave, I would make my character wave, but hi. I am your new DM for this whole session. This is a non-wizards written campaign. This is all fresh out of my head.
Would we be introducing our characters now or later?
What we can do is, as I bring each person into town, you could describe your character. You could start setting forth things. So this is going to be a little one-on-one D&D for everyone until everyone gathers up and the group coincides with each other. Well, congeals.
There's a lot of different words for combining. Yeah. Coalesces, congeal, combine, conglomerate.
Coalesces, that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Could also do like conglomerate.
Meetup has such fewer syllables and such easier to say.
Osmosis. They get together through osmosis.
Yeah, by the end of this session, you're all just going to be lumped together into one big blob.
I mean, don't threaten me with a good time, jeez.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that's some art that's been drawn on this Twitch stream before.
You're starting out the day. Each individual person is looking to get away from what is here, get away from the north. Something has urged them on to take the ship leaving from the docks to travel to the southern cities to get away and start a new life, or to find something that is needed down there. The day is bright and sunny. It's an average nice day, good temperature. Few clouds in the sky, a light breeze, seagulls cackling on the winds by the waters.
My character is Gideon Lightstride. He is an older gentleman with a very large bushy beard. He's a bit larger in the middle, but still very muscular and kind of built very much as somebody who has done a lot of work in his prime. He is wearing a set of leather armor with some red kind of like banners and like things draped over him with like some military insignias. And on his chest sits a medallion with the symbol of Palor, the sun, with an image of a like rose made out of beautiful bright glass. I would say that he's probably walking around taking his own time, moseying about, I feel like, with the words he would use, as he probably just looks around the market and kind of sees if there's anything he wants, or just anything that catches his eye.
You have a place called House of Travelers that seems to be the local bar and inn. You have the Traveler's Post. It seems to be like a touristy, knick-knacky kind of place. There is the town square. There is a fishery, a scrapyard. There is a couple shrines in the town. There is the average stranger, like someone shoving something right in your face. Oh, buy this. This is good. Take this home to your wife. You know, she will love a thing of flowers, thinking that you're gotten off a boat and are leaving or something, that they just try to get you to buy things.
Okay. Is there, you said there were individuals like selling fish. Yes. I feel like he would attempt to find some fresh food to eat.
Okay, you have the inn that has fresh cooked food. You also have, there is a fish shop that has a whole bunch of fish out front, and he seems to be using a cooling stone, so a stone cast with cold to keep the fish at good temperatures.
Okay.
And then you just have the kids who look like they just caught a fish off the dock, and they're trying to get people to buy it.
Would he, and I can roll for this, because I feel like I'm asking way too many questions. Would he notice anywhere that, like, if he brings a fish there, they would cook it for him? Like, would the individual hawking the fish or the individual, like, at the bar, like, attempt to cook a fish? Because I think his idea is to buy a fish from, like, a kid or something.
The bar might.
Okay.
Bars may do that. There has been other places that he's gone that will do that. You're not sure if this particular one will do that because they vary from place to place.
Okay. He will then kind of like go up to one of the individuals who's trying to sell a fish, kind of like look and see what type of fish they're trying to sell.
Are you going to the kids? Are you going to the fish store? Which one are you going to?
He would go to the kids first. More just like they're out there, they have like done a hard day's work, kind of, and also using that to kind of get an eye and kind of get a beat on like what the people of this small town are like.
You want to buy a sucker fish, sir?
Well, good day, sir. Maybe. What? Do you have any other fish I could procure, or?
My brother got a mackerel.
Ooh, that does sound quite interesting. How much are you selling it for?
Oh, we'll go. Let's see, a gentleman of such sure fine taste. How does 10 silver a pound sound?
How many pounds is it? He kind of like pulls out his coin purse and starts kind of like thumbing through some of the coins.
Which fish do you want, sir?
The mackerel, please.
The brother holds up the mackerel, and he seems to be like he's judging it. About 4 to 5 pounds.
I would like to, really up to you which roll it is, to see if this kid is lying. He's not suspicious. This is more of like a
man judging the younger.
Kinda like, okay, is this kid trying to pull the wool over my eyes?
Well, he is flattering you right off the bat, so
yeah,
I wouldn't put it past them. But so you want to do a oh gosh, what is the roll?
The insight, I think.
There we go. It's been a while. I need to get there.
No, insight. That is that's a 13.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay, so the old man.
He's the sweetest looking kid. He just gives you the puppy brown eyes and like seems to know what he's talking about. He tells you straightly. He has a good attitude, a good salesman vibe to him.
My character will silently nod and kind of, all right, yes, and pulls out a kind of like cupping it in his hand so where the kid doesn't see it, but kind of like I assume like the younger one's like holding his hand out. He places the coin in his hand and kind of like pulls away and then grabs the fish without saying anything to leave a single gold coin in the child's hand. He leaves 5 gold coins. I apologize.
Okay.
My brain was thinking like Terraria for some reason, and it's like 10 or 100 for each. I am dumb. I am so sorry.
Like I said, it's been a while since we've been at this.
The old man is too kindly to like try to swindle a child. He's trying to overpay he's trying to overpay slightly without like having it seem like a handout. I guess is kind of how
they take the money and they seem like they're want to just like thumb through it and like go for it, but they're like they hold themselves properly and like thank you, sir, we'll be on our way now. And then they they sort of turn and walk fastly, not like that not running, but that real quick walk to get away.
Yeah, and and I will like say the mentality of my character. He is like thinking to himself like, well, the kid's the kid's not the best at selling things. Like thinking that the kids was telling the truth to their own knowledge, but like aren't used to selling things or something. But he's like trying to be very polite.
Yeah, because that's the most money they've seen in
Yeah.
their life. So
Right, and he will kind of begin walking around and looking for either a place to cook the fish, or just like an individual who will cook the fish for him.
okay. And as you walk around, then we will move on to our next victim. Victim, which would be me, but I'm not there. So let's move on to Kane. Well, I'm not there yet.
Oh,
so
then where are you?
Yeah. You'll guys meet up later. You'll see.
Oh no!
So you're not here now, and you're not DMing?
Oh yes. This is just a mysterious
recording.
computer. Yes, a mysterious computer voice in the void of the internet.
Whoa.
So I'm playing Owen Rockfallow. He is a wizard. He is a younger gentleman, but not too young. He's in his probably late 20s. Sort of that typical moppy brown hair and scruffy beard. He's carrying his quarterstaff and dressed in robes like a typical wizard. And he is milling about the town looking for, the magical arcana stuff. But he's also heading towards the ship.
This place doesn't have a lot of magical arcana stuff. The Traveler's Post might have something in it. You're not fully sure. But this place seems to be enriched with fish.
I can smell that, yes.
Yes. It's very... There's a lot of fish here. And there seems to be some good drinking going on in the tavern / inn. You could hear some stuff coming inside. There seems to be some music playing inside. But yes, if you wish to proceed to the docks, there is a ticket booth, a ticket shed that's at the front of the dock. It's a small wooden building, the kind that I would say the kind of shanty you would see ice fishing, but not a lot of people understand.
It's a shed.
Understand what that would look like. So, about the size of an outhouse, I would say. It says passage tickets on top, written in common, with some colorful yellow paint. Otherwise, the rest of the building is sort of made out of brown wood that looks like it's been weathered a lot over the years. There is no window open, but there is a sign on the flap that goes over the windows that says open.
Open the flap.
And you hear oh my gosh, don't you know to knock?
The sign says open.
You look inside and there is a gnome sitting on a chair, a big tall stool, so he's actually up at proper height. He's like, was your mother an orc?
No.
Then don't act like one. Fine. He reaches over and cranks on a pulley, which takes the door out of your hands and lifts it up. Like, what can I do for you?
I must secure passage with whatever the ship's name was. I didn't get a chance to write it down.
The two-headed dragon.
Yes.
So you're looking to go south on the two-headed dragon. That ship will be leaving tomorrow, promptly at sunrise. How many passengers?
Just one.
Just one. Are we looking for a overall round trip, or we're looking for just a single person? He literally starts taking out a book, slaps it on the counter, flips it open, and seems to be like thumbing through the ledger. It's like, so are you going to want a inside room or room with a view? Are you going to want personal dinner with the captain along the voyage? We have many perks we could add if you wish.
Just one person and personal cabin.
Personal cabin. I think we could arrange for a personal area. So, do you want it with a port? Do you want it in the center? I know some people like it in sort of the bow corner, so that way anyone sneaking down the stairs, it takes them a long time to get to them. I don't know preferably why, but some people just like that.
Sure, I'll go for the bow.
Very well, very well. That will be 2 gold, sir.
I hand him 2 gold.
He takes the 2 gold and actually bites on it and sees if it's real. And then once he does, he types something in the register and it pings open. He puts the coin in, shuts it, and then he pulls out another book.
Oh, actually, I don't know. Should I do my sly thievy trick here? So his trinket that he has is a single gold coin that always returns to him, so he can never get rid of it.
If you wish.
Sure, why not?
He proceeds to put another book down and writes right next to the other one, writes something in the first one, and then he moves over to the second one, writes something, and then tears off a piece of paper that's attached to something that was attached in the book and hands it to you. Here's your ticket, sir. Don't lose it. There will be no refunds. I just need a name to add to the registry.
Owen Rockfellow.
Spell it, please.
Owyn.
Mm-hmm.
ROCK.
Okay.
E.
Mm-hmm.
FALLOW.
Okay, thank you very much. And like I said, the ship will be leaving promptly at sunrise because it is a long journey.
Indeed. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yes, bye. We'll see you tomorrow morning. If you need some place to stay, the inn is very welcoming. Or if you want to be cheap, you could always go sleep in the scrapyard.
He would go to the inn/tavern.
We are going to jump back to Greg here for a second. Greg, you will see that the inn is possibly going to be a place to cook, or you can go see if you can find something in the scrapyard area that would give you a chance to cook.
I feel like he would go to the inn first.
Okay, so as you are going towards the inn, you bump into another gentleman that seems to be trying to get in the door at the same time.
Oh, pardon me. Pardon me, my good sir. I'm just in any kind of like does like the old man grumble babble and then kind of like takes a step back.
Kane, you bump into an old man carrying a fish.
Oh, pardon me, good sir.
Yes. What? Yes. Pardon me. I'm just. Are you from here?
No, I'm just passing through and taking the ship tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going. Is it the double lizard? What is it called? He kind of like rumbles through his back pocket, holding a fish in one hand and pulls it out. Kind of looks at a scrap of paper, like not the ticket, but more just like a note he took, and then he puts it back. The two-headed dragon.
Yes, I actually am.
Oh, yes, interesting. All right, then I guess we're both kind of, new here. All right, wonderful. Yes, Okay, wonderful. I'm just trying to see if I can get this fish cooked. You can join me if you would like. I'm kind of a stranger in these lands and don't really know anyone.
As do I. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have you drink and some food. After you, you're getting all that everywhere. He gestures to the fish.
He kind of like looks down at the fish, like, oh, pardon, and he kind of like begins walking into the restaurant or inn.
Okay, that's where we'll leave you two for now. Now we're jumping down to John.
As he walks into the town, he notices that all is quiet. No, I ain't gonna do it for dialogue only. He walks into the town and notices that things are a lot quieter here than what he's used to. He's used to the hustle and bustle of a big city, and this place, though as quiet as it is, has a quaint feel to it. And he walks down the road, gently holding the bag on his back. He also adjusts the jacket, making sure it's properly on him. That's the one item that he never wishes to lose, because if he did, his entire life as he knew it would end. So Xenon walks through the town, and he's just trying to find the location to buy the ship. He's trying to not draw too much attention to himself, but he's also being observant around him, seeing if there's any weird things or wrongdoings happening, because he always had an eye for that.
The weird thing is suddenly a kid, not a kid, we'll go with a older gentleman shoves a fish in your face. Would you like to buy some fish, sir?
No thank you. I only eat fruit.
You only eat what?
Fruit. You know, like apples, peaches, strawberries.
I got some stonefish in here. That's sort of like a fruit.
It's a dietary restriction. Healer's orders, I'm afraid. Sorry. Oh, I didn't do the voice, dang it. It's a dietary restriction. Sorry. Healer's orders.
Well done. Well, you hopefully you brought some fruit with you. This is quite a fishy town.
Yes, I would imagine. It is a shanty town, of course, and there's a port. So I would imagine they would have fish.
Yes, so what brings you here if it's not for the fish?
Well, I'm traveling. I'm heading south.
Oh, south. Are you, like, stopping in along the way? You catching a ride? What?
And as he's thinking this, can I roll an insight check so we can kind of gauge what this person's intent is with trying to get to know him?
Okay.
Because he's familiar with people trying to sell him stuff before. And I'm going to be rolling the dice that I got for Christmas, these donut dice. They have little donuts inside each of them, and they're very cute. That's just a 10 on insight.
He seems to be just generally friendly.
Okay. Well, there's been a lot going on from where I come from, and I thought I could get away from it.
You seem like one of those people from that big town of Waterdeep, or from Neverwinter. You wear such fine and elegant clothes. I could understand why you would want to get away from that hustle and bustle.
I don't know about elegant, but thank you. And he will just adjust his jacket. He'll clear his throat and then say, "So, could you tell me where can I buy a ticket to ride the ship? I've heard that it's called the Two-Fangled Lions."
No, you're looking for the two-headed dragon. That's the next ship heading out. The other ship that shows up every now and then is the two-headed griffin, but that one hasn't been seen for about a month now.
Lost at sea, it sounds. Like a proper mystery.
Oh yeah, sometimes ships go missing along on the southern route. It's a very dangerous route, but we got the crew for this one to protect you and make sure that your journey is safe and well doing. But yes, if you go around follow around the dock here, the boardwalk, right in front of the ship, there is a shanty. And that gentleman there, which is named Tuvik, will sell you a ticket to get on the ship.
All right, thank you very much.
Might I also suggest stopping at the traveler's post? I think they have some pocket squares there that would look great on that jacket.
I mean, this is a trench coat, not a jacket, but thank you. Xenon will nod, and just like flicks his nose, and then he starts to head off in the direction that he was told. Okay. And it's to find Tuvik?
Yes, Tuvik.
All right. So he will go in the direction and look for Tuvik.
At the beginning of the dock that leads up to the ship, it's a very large masted ship. It has, and it on the front has a large carving of a dragon with two necks coming out and two heads, like they're just about to breathe fire out and facing over the bow. So, and there is a small shanty up there. The windows are open, and there seems to be a gentleman sitting, a gnome sitting on a stool there.
Good evening, sir, says Xenon.
Hello, what can I do you for?
I would like to purchase a ride on the ship. I apologize. It's been a bit of a long journey here.
Might I suggest, if it has been a long journey, since the ship will be leaving tomorrow morning, bright and early at sunrise, that you stop in at the House of Travelers and procure yourself a room for the night. They have lots of food, drinks, and places to stay. But yes, you can purchase a ticket for the travels. Let me just he seems to actually have two books out on the counter. Now, I need some details on your journey. Would you like a room for yourself? How many people are traveling? Do you want dinner with the captain along the way? Do you want a port view? Do you want a center room? I mean, we have many options.
I would prefer to just have any sort of room. I'd prefer it's on the cheaper end, so it's just for myself. No one else.
So we have a special going on. We are taking 10% off our hammock suites. And that's just a straight hammock. You get a trunk to put your stuff in. Very simple, elegant for the travel. And that will cost you. It's going for 9 silver right now.
Well, that does sound very reasonable. And he will pull out his satchel and say, "Do you have change for a gold coin, perchance? I seem to only have that right now."
Oh, we do. I think I do. Or we can upgrade you for just 1 more silver. We can provide at least one. Well, we can provide you with some alcoholic drinks for the journey.
You just have regular fruit juice, perchance?
Fruit juice. Yes, we do have some fruit juice. I'll make sure it gets right on there.
Then, because you've been quite a good salesperson, and I love that upselling of yours, I will take that extra, just so I can have some fruit juice, because my diet is strictly fruit.
Okay, we'll make sure that there's fruit on this journey.
Much obliged. And say, while I'm here, do you know anything about that 2-headed griffin ship?
Oh, yes. That ship left about a month ago, and it was reported to, it was supposed to report down to the southern cities. It should have arrived back here yesterday, but it still hasn't.
You think that it got caught in a crosswind or something?
Could be. There's been some reports of some turbulent storms out at sea. It could have been just delayed, or they found shelter in a cove someplace and waited it out. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
Well, do keep an eye out for it, I suppose. I'm intrigued by it. I've always been intrigued by mysteries, if you will, and he kind of wiggles his fingers, but in a very weird way, it's like his index and middle finger, and then his ring finger and his pinky kind of like move at the same time, as if he has trouble separating them. If that makes sense.
You have the claw problem. You've been around those crab people too much.
It's like canonically he only has 3 fingers, which is including the thumb as a finger, which I know people can be technical about it not being one, but it's the thumb, the index finger, and the pinky, basically. That's what he's got.
Then technically, which one's your pointer finger?
The index.
Ah. So yes. Oops. Oops. What?
Oh, we're good.
You dropped the dice.
Kinda, yeah.
You dropped your donuts.
I dropped my donuts. No.
Oh, no.
Also, how's the voice sounding?
Good.
Anyway, continue.
So yes. I just need a name for your ticket.
Xenon Morphix.
Okay, can you spell that, please?
X E
Okay.
N O N.
Okay. And okay, he tears it off and hands you a ticket. Do not lose that ticket; it's non-refundable and and you need it to board. If you don't have it, you will not get on the ship.
Non-refundable, non-negotiable, non-tradable. Got it.
Yep.
And then he will stick it in his jacket pocket, and he will turn around kind of hastily with both his hands in his pocket, and then he will rush off. He seems exceptionally fast for someone who's just walking. Like he's been fast walking his entire life.
Love the power walking. Good job.
He will lower his head and push his hat onto his head a little more, and then he'll walk faster.
Okay, then where are you going after that?
He is heading directly to the tavern. Again, he's trying to keep a low profile right now.
Okay. As you walk into the tavern, there seems to be a couple gentlemen in front of you at the counter waiting for service. And one of them seems to be holding dripping smelly fish water all over the floor.
Lovely.
Sorry. I'm going to add the idea that you hear the older gentleman talking about fish facts that nobody is asking for.
And Owen, how do you feel about these fish facts that this random gentleman is now bestowing upon you?
He is just doing. He's going through his book, and he's just like going, ooh, neat.
Well, actually, they're called gooseneck barnacles because they was actually believed by some individuals that they actually grew up to be grow into barnacle geese, but barnacle geese are a bird, and barnacles are a barnacle, and the birds just tend to be very defensive of their eggs and hide them. So it's really kind of interesting historically. Now, it's actually a fun fact: the gooseneck barnacle does not count for some religious purposes as a meat nor a fruit. So if you have a dietary restriction for religious reasons, you are able to eat a gooseneck barnacle if you're not able to eat meat.
Xenon is just going to be listening to them while he's waiting in line. Like, again, not trying to draw attention to himself. He's just this guy with very little of him showing, standing behind a person talking about fish facts.
Greg, I need a perception check.
Okay.
Is it against me? Do I have to roll something too?
It's more of to see how observant he is while he's blabbering on.
Fair point.
Perception?
Yes.
That's a 12.
You're actually not that bad. You do notice the big busty lady coming up from behind the counter. Well, coming up to the other side of the counter. And you do notice that there is someone standing behind you. You're not fully sure on all the details, but there is someone behind you.
So, I will kind of like facing them. It's like, oh, pardon me, how much would it be to cook this fish I procure?
The lady looks at you and is like, depends. Are you getting a room with that fish?
I turn to my new friend. You said the boat's leaving tomorrow, right?
Right to the back.
Okay, it's far away.
I lowered my volume level. Whoops! Yeah, he's just like gone.
Okay.
There's no more friend.
You literally talked your friend away. He's
the idea of turning around and he has walked away and is sitting at a different part of the bar because he didn't want to hear more facts about fish.
No. All you see is this door on the side of the hallway just swinging back and forth. And it says unisex bathroom on it.
Yeah. He turns back. The two-headed dragon that's leaving tomorrow, correct?
Correct.
Oh,
Says
yeah, thank you.
from behind.
Oh, he's like,
Yes.
oh, thank you very much. Would you like to join me for some fish?
I'm sorry, I only eat fruit, but I appreciate it.
That's interesting. Now, is it fruit by definition or fruit by, etymological?
Literally, it is fruit. Strawberries, peaches, all of that.
Well, strawberries not a berry, but yeah, well, tomatoes a fruit, pumpkin, eggplant, technically a berry, and that's a fruit.
And to answer your question, no, I will not eat barnacles. It's not a religious thing. It is literally a health thing.
Okay, well, I was offering this fish I'm holding, but all right. Nope, well, that's fine. That's fine. We can still enjoy. Yes, ma'am. I would like a room as well.
Then we'll cook that fish up for free.
Wonderful.
If your companion there would like some fruit, it would cost some extra.
Okay.
But we do have a well-stocked kitchen.
Okay. Wonderful. Yes,
sorry,
I would like...
we're not companions.
I thought all three of you were together. Because right now we really only have one room available.
I'm fine with. I mean, you could have the room, sir. I can sleep under the stars if you.
Is there a curfew in place here? If not, I'm fine with just walking the streets.
They usually tend to hold the curfew about when the lights start being turned out in town, because we've had some ruffian incidences, bar fights sprawling out into the streets, that kind of thing.
Is this tavern open all night?
Yes, it is.
And if I pay for a room, am I able to just stay here all night?
Oh, you want to pay for a room but not stay in a room?
Well, what's the, would I be kicked out for loitering if I just stay here without paying, or,
if you continue to keep the kitchen somewhat entertained through the night, then it wouldn't be loitering. Or maybe keeping the fire stoked.
I don't need much of a room, thank you. But I am willing to pay for whatever's needed. I don't want to cause a fuss.
We'll call it you keep the fire stoked, and we won't say anything.
Fair point.
The wood's right next to it. It won't even have to go that far.
All right. Sorry to have interrupted you. Please, take your room. I will just be out here in the foyer. The foyer, if you will.
Okay. All right. How much is... Because I don't have to have a room. I can sleep under the stars if I want. I have my friend who's in the bathroom right now. So I don't know if he's needing to sleep somewhere, but I'm very sure that I can. My accent's changing.
Yes, I would like a room.
Okay, then you can have the room, and I'll get the fish.
The room is 10 copper.
I pay for the room.
Very well. Just so you guys know, the music that is being serenaded in this place seems to be coming from a bard that is standing over by the fire. He seems to be playing as his companions are sitting around a table, drinking and sort of joking with each other. There seems to be a ranger night elf. Well, a ranger elf. There seems to be a big barbarian orc. And there is a cloaked figure that is leaning his chair back sort of towards the fireplace. And he doesn't seem to be engaging in the drinking or the jostling there. And there is also a human fighter.
Well,
they all seem to be adventurers and seem to be in one group. Otherwise, there is sporadic people throughout the place, like locals, non-locals, people that are going to go on the ship or just got here or whatnot.
Xenon will be very relieved to see that there's a lot of people, so there's less attention on him. And he would probably just walk to an empty table and sit down. Probably wait for the waitress or waiter to come so that he can order a drink.
Okay. And what about the bathroom? Has Owen returned from the bathroom?
Kane.
Oh no.
I guess he hasn't.
No. Yes, I am here. Does that sound different at all?
Yeah, you're less roomy.
Very
okay.
crisp.
I changed it from I forgot there's patterns on this mic.
You did Crispy. Yay, the Crispy pattern.
I chose the crispy one.
Crispy. Anywho, what are you doing?
I came back and paid for the room.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm listening to this terrible bard.
You go tell it to his face. But
yeah.
Yes, you guys are. They take your fish and cook it up for you. She's like, if you want to wait up here at the bar, you can, or you could go get a table. We'll bring it out. And anything else you want with that?
Yes, I would like some of the. You said you had fruit.
Oh yes, we got fruit, but we also have a full menu.
I'm fine with it. I just know my friend.
I want chicken nuggies.
Chicken and fruit, and I don't know what type of fruit you have.
We have the freshest fruit that's been shipped in.
Oh my gosh, it's an actual menu.
Yep. So I did bring up the menu of the beverages, starters, and the entrees.
Can you zoom into that? It's very small on screen.
Can you actually see that better?
A little more. I guess one column at a time would help, but
okay.
It is unfortunate, like in the top left of the screen, so it's kind of determined.
Actually, let me see.
What if the entire backdrop was that? I wonder. What would happen?
So, okay, there you go. It's sent to Telly. So, just so people can see, there is a wine list, a lager and ale list. There is for food, there is a starters, there's a soup list, and an entree list. The only thing that isn't on there is the fresh things of the day, which she has behind the counter, which she seems to have an assortment of lemons, grapefruits, and oranges and bananas back there.
Do you happen to have any orange juice?
I just made some fresh. So she gets you some orange juice. That will be 2 copper.
Oh, of course. He will pull out his bag and say, "You have change for her gold coin."
Tell you what, we will just put it on your tab for the evening, and we will just settle that in the morning.
Okay. Whatever works. I don't want to cause a fuss.
Oh, you're not a fuss at all. They're the fusses. She sort of points to the bard and, well, she sort of wiggles her fingers towards the bard and the group of travelers that seem to be getting a little rowdy and punch drunk.
Are they causing you problems?
No, but they seem to be the rambunctious type. They've already been boasting to the locals of how they just returned from taking out a dragon.
What kind?
That I haven't been paying attention to. If you wish, you could probably go ask them, but it's up to you.
He will think on that because now he's very curious about this story, but that's my turn. It's someone else's turn now.
Owen and Gideon, what do you do?
Gideon will ask for, because Owen mentioned chicken, so is there any type of chicken that Owen would like, since he doesn't want the fish I got.
Pumpkin nuggies.
They do have ground turkey for a main dish.
I believe it says grilled turkey.
Grilled turkey. They do have roasted ham with an iceberg salad. That's a soup.
I'm hungry.
They have a grilled rabbit.
Why are we talking about food?
Because you're in an inn. I'm trying to make this as realistic as I can.
I will take the blackened venison.
Ooh, okay.
The only thing they don't have here is shrimp fried rice, so I can make the joke. Are you telling me a shrimp fried this rice? Oh wait, that's Gideon's job.
No. Okay, no. Go look at entrees. You're telling me an herb crusted this fish?
What does it mean to crust something? Well,
I
guess it'd be to like put a crust on it, but it's one of those weird self-explanatory things where it's like, what's pedantic mean? It's someone who's of or like a pedant. It's like, well, what's pedant? I don't know.
Well, it's herb crusted fish. So,
who's herb and why did he crust the fish?
Exactly. You're telling me herb crusted this fish? No, okay. 100% Gideon would make that joke to the bartender. You look at the video like, so you're telling me that a man named Herb crusted this fish? And he kind of just like does like the old man like.
She gives you the most confused look, looks down and like, that must be a misspelling. It's herb crusted fish.
No, I was saying a joke. That.
Where's Gideon sitting, by the way?
I'll have a shot of rum. Gideon's just like standing at the bar.
Okay. Part of me imagined that he'd like walk over and just sit at the table where Xenon was, because he's like, we're friends now.
No, he is 100% doing that after he orders the food. That is 100% like he orders a shot of the rum.
Mm-hmm.
So you want the vampire whipped rum, right? Vampiric whipped rum, right?
Sure.
Okay, bottle or shot?
Shot, please.
Okay, that will be 5 silver and 6 copper, please.
We can put it in my friend's tab. I don't know what all of us.
She turns and looks at Owen. If like, is this okay?
He sighs and nods.
Okay. I gotta take notes and do math. So we're looking at seven copper, so 7 silver so far,
and then 2 copper for me.
Yep, 2 copper for you. You're the cheap one on this date.
Yes.
Date? I didn't sign up for a date.
Did you see the sign? It's speed dating night out. It says it out there.
And the only people left who did not get a good date are us and that rowdy, rambunctious group of dragon slayers.
I think she might have some dates behind the counter.
Oh, well, that's a fruit.
Puts Greg on the counter behind the
Oh,
bar.
no.
Here's your fruit.
Date is a fruit, though. So Gideon will take the shot, like, do the thing where he kind of hits on the table, takes the shot, places it back on the counter, and then walks over to his new friend.
He doesn't even know the name of.
Yeah, he has not heard the name of this individual, but he's just happy to kind of like, well, hello.
Hello?
Do you mind if I sit here for a moment?
I suppose not. Is the place crowded? And Xenon will look around. Tolf, are there other tables available?
Not really.
Okay, he'll just give a nod and say, "Go ahead."
Yeah, yes, I'm just, I heard you were wanting to go on the two-headed dragon.
Where'd you hear that?
You brought it up to me. That was literally the first thing you said to me. I was like, oh, what's the name of the boat or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, the two-headed dragon.
No, I said it leaves in the morning. That's what you asked.
Yeah, I thought, well, I assumed you were on it. If not, that's fine. I'm not. I'm trying to make conversation here, and I have only so many fruit facts that I can give you.
Why do you
Tell
need
them
to
about
give
the
me fruit
barnacles.
facts?
Because technically a cucumber and pumpkins are fruit.
If it can be juiced, and it is a fruit or something that comes from a plant, I can eat it.
Well, then vegetable juice is fine, or is it like a sugar thing? Give little blood sugar.
Sugar is required, but I can still have juice of, like, let's just say, I don't know, cucumber, since you mentioned it.
Yeah, cucumber
with a bit of lemon. That's a very good, refreshing drink.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, I was just wondering. He kind of like just wrapping his thumbs on the table, kind of not knowing what to talk about.
And suddenly, as you guys say this, as say it's a refreshing drink, suddenly there is a set of arms wrapped around both of your shoulders.